Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Train Sim World 4. Request a route, request a loco, request a DLC, request whatever the heck you want, basically, as long as it's just a timetable run, of course. Welcome, Nabil. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing fine. Transport Legend, welcome to the stream. Sate95, welcome to the stream, and also thank you very much for the follow. You are welcome to the channel. Welcome to the community. Drifter, hello, my friend. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well as well. So, yeah, let's see how this new temporary schedule goes. I've also got an idea for a new schedule as well after this period of time. So, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be very interesting as well. And I think you guys are going to like it. It should have something in there for literally everyone. So, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. All right. So let me actually respond. So Transport Legend, you mentioned Subway Sim Hamburg. I'll have a look at that. I've seen it around in the Steam store. I never really taken a serious look at it, but since you recommended it, I will take a proper look at it. Please, because you know I can forget. Just type it in the general chat in Discord. Just type it in. Type in the name of the game. So now when I see it, I'll remember. And I know what it's for. Clinchfield Railroad, very well, Transport Legend. There goes the first request of the day. Subway Sim is a pretty good game, but it was a disaster at launch. The dev team put in a lot of effort to improve it. Still, 25 euros is a lot since there's not much content and low replayability. I'll take a look at it. I'll see what the reviews are like. I'll sort of judge it on my own. Can you drive a diesel train? Well, I think that aligns pretty well with the Clinchfield request because... oh no, because it is a diesel train that you drive on that route. So I think that works out pretty perfectly. There we go. So yeah, let me adjust the request list only because what I've started to do now, just so that it's not like blank, is I'll use the first request from the previous stream as the first request today, so that if nobody requests anything, at least we can get started with something, you know? So, Clinchfield, let's go. Clinchfield's a good shout, man. It was a route I felt was a little bit, let me turn my voice down a little bit. It was a route I felt has been let down by Dovetail in terms of not adding bank income. But, hey, at least it's there. It's a bit of, it depends what you drive, I guess. I've had okay times on there. There's only 48 timetable services, damn. Let's do the F7. I think it's the SD40, isn't it, that's got those issues. So I'll stick with the F7. Can we find a 30-minute? There's a 31-minute service there. I'm feeling like we'll do something along those lines. So let's do this one, 10:50. It's part 3 of a run, so it's gonna seem pretty random, possibly. The other one is just loading, so it's not gonna be much fun realistically. So we'll do this one. I'm not actually sure what it entails in terms of like activity, but hey, let's see. It's Clinchfield Railroad, eh? So that was the request. Simple Subway Sim Hamburg is not that big of a game. Only one loop plan. It takes 45 minutes around the Hamburg loop. It's nice, but not on consoles. It's coming in 5 months or more. Lags a lot. Well, if it's new, then it kind of makes sense because they're still sorting out optimizations and stuff. Although one might argue if it's been out for a certain period of time, surely... Hold on. Surely certain things would have been sorted by now. I think this audio is okay. Make it 35. Okay. Okay, this should be good. The music Spotify has completely been swallowed up. You're better for the Hamburg. You want to play some classic. That makes sense, to be fair. Seeing as if Subway Sim Hamburg is still sort of finding its feet, let's say, then Right, I haven't been in this Loco in maybe 3 years. So I'm just trying to find my feet with it. Just enough to get us moving and to our destination, right? All right. So we've got some empty hoppers, it looks like. Oh, is my headlight not on? I've been sitting here for the past 30 minutes thinking if I should request clinch for the railroad, Horseshoe Curve, Rapid Transit, Northern Transport, and Ortiz Valley. Well, if nobody else requests anything, Transport Legend, and we get to a run, you are more than welcome to double request. But let's wait and see if anything else comes through by the time we finish this. Even though it's for Filtration Classic, this add-on is just perfect as far as TSC limits go. Simply a great add-on. Is it a recent add-on, Nabil? Subway Sim Hamburg's out for over a year now. Oh, what are they like with updates? Are updates sort of consistent, or are they a little bit slow with it? Is it more of like the bus sort of situation? They just released what they call a mega update, which is nice, but the content performance is still not that great. Hello, Nico. Hagen Segan. Hagen Segan, what route is that, please? Hagen Finland Shop, okay, which is Ignored, I believe, isn't it? 3 years, yeah, man. Yeah, I started to run through the journey mode, Transport Legend, but the whole banking comp issue, it just got a little bit, I don't know, a little bit tedious having to, you know, do that on my constantly manually. Nico, also let me know what Loco you want to see me drive there as well. That would help. I wonder, in terms of the amps, what the safe zone is. I don't know much about Subway Sim Hamburg. I don't play it not on consoles. New scenario mode and blah blah bug fixes. Not too frequent, but never an update comes out every now and again. Well, look, I'll take a look on the Steam store. Sort of make my judgment. And yeah, just see whether it would be worth purchasing or trying right now, or wait until it gets a little bit better. Maybe I'll check out some gameplay videos as well, and just see what it has to offer, you know, that way. Update similar to the boss, but using faster upgrades. Okay. Well, that's already a plus. But just hearing what I've heard from you guys so far, it does give me those vibes. The bass, Fern bass, just that devs kind of performing lower than expectations would probably have them. I use a horn and a bell in this tunnel. Is that something that you do for fun, Drifter, or is it like a realistic operation? And why as well? 29 by 50. Oh, that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. Reviews are mixed. The U1 add-on was released in August 2023. You might recognize the developer from the OMSI scene, as he was active there too. Oh, it's a really nice add-on. The new vehicle was added later on. And by now it hardly needs any updates because they're really well done. That's what we like. We like those sort of routes. Updates in Subway Sim Hamburg aren't consistent. There were a few updates, but not very often. Now there's this mega update. Okay, I will do. Thank you. I will do. We'll check it out. Have a look at it. Interesting. I really need to get a wireless mouse. Also, I finally done the solo flight thing in the training module of Microsoft Flight Sim. So now I'm doing like VFR stuff, which is interesting. I like it. I'm not sure about what's it called? JR East train sim. I'm not sure about the whole concept of video, like just playing a video, basically, you know. Like, yes, fair enough, it's real, but at the same time, I don't know, it's weird. There's almost like a disconnect. In my house right now, it's melting in here, Scottish. Well, I mean, I've got my fan on. Basically, before this, I've been topless. I've just been topless this whole day since I got home. And now that I'm on stream, I've obviously put a jumper on, but I've got my fan like on, and it's doing its job. Yeah, it's been really warm. I'm not complaining, man. I'm not complaining. He didn't even try. I told you what to do. I did. You don't know I didn't try. I did try. Did I spend 20 hours on it? No, but I tried. And I haven't deleted yet. I'm still going to even give it more of a try. But I'm just saying that that concept is... I feel like it's like Marmite. Either love it or hate it. And I'm not sure where I stand. I used to play a train game like 8 years ago. Years and years ago. Literally exactly the same concept. Exactly the same. But it was on a website. It was on a website, and the website had like a few different lines. God knows what happened to it. Maybe it's even still up. But it's pretty much the same thing. Other than obviously the controls were a bit more basic than on JR East. Where's my brake pipe? Whoops. I couldn't tell how much like brake pressure I was putting on because the dials just aren't moving. None of them brake. No, brake pipe, reservoir. That was weird. This is where I would need the classic card, to be honest. What do you think the UK route was to my hobby? Literally zero idea, Transport Legend. Literally zero idea, brother. Because I don't know. Maybe if I hung out on the forums again, I could maybe have a, I don't know. Maybe there's a clue, one way or another. But I just have no clue. Like, I haven't looked into it at all. I haven't been involved in any discussions regarding it. So literally zero clue. It could be anything at this point. I can't stop talking about it, but automatically my favorite route of every train. How do you know? Well, yeah, I guess it will. Yeah, if it's the Ayrshire coastline or Ayrshire, then yeah, I can see why you would enjoy it. But no clue, man. Honestly, couldn't tell you. Hey, hello, JA. How you doing, mate? Welcome to this evening stream. Hope work went well as well. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about the brakes because the dials just aren't moving. Also, for empty wagons, these seem very heavy. And we've got 2 units pulling this up. Well, we're in a downhill apparently. Also, Transport Legends, I did see your comment requesting the EN56, was it? On Simrail. I saw it. The only reason I didn't respond was because I want it to be there. Basically, on my dashboard, when it shows me like all my statistics, it shows me the like latest comments. And so I visit the dashboard pretty often. and so I want to see that there so I don't forget it. So I have seen it. The only reason I haven't responded to it is because I want it to remain in view until I get around to doing it, which should be later this week. So maybe expect the video to come up either around the weekend or early next week. All good, thanks, mate. Looking forward to properly testing out Simra on my week off next week. Woo-hoo! I love it. So many of you are getting into it. I love it, man. How's the day? Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Started day one of my course today. I'm doing like this security thing. I have no idea where it's gonna lead, but we'll see. At least it will hopefully get me a job somewhere so I can earn some income. That's the reason why the schedule's all tipsy-turvy at the moment. And it went pretty well, pretty calm. It's long, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., but it's quite chill, man. It's quite chill, to be honest. Came home, chilled. Yeah, man, it's been a good day, honestly. I really can't complain. Thank you for asking. I haven't driven Clinchford Road in like 8 months or something. Don't tell me that there's no working down on the stream. Well, I don't know. I maybe it's just my error, but I engaged the brakes and I didn't see any of them move. But the speedometer's obviously working. The current meter is obviously working, so I couldn't tell you what it is. Hey, hello, Aaron. How you doing, mate? It's really overpriced for what it offers, but occasionally just driving down a route, and again, the real feel for it is nice, especially a completely different country. Still has a limited replayability and it's overpriced. Yeah, we don't have many options, realistically. Well, there is some on TSC, but yeah, it's good to have something else in the mix. But at the end of the day, I feel like I would rather that than, let's say, a badly done game just for the sake of having a Japanese route. I still would rather that. But yeah, it's just like I said, it's either you love it or you hate it, to be honest. And I don't hate it, I don't love it. I'm not quite sure where I stand. Yet. I think I need to give it a bit more time. I was quite rushed on Sunday. Glad to hear it. Hope it works out well. Thank you, man. Thank you. Me too. Hey, Holy Trucker. Hello, mate. I hate this route too hard. F7 has crap brakes. Well, I don't know. We're going at pretty low speeds at the moment, so the brakes ain't too bad. But no idea what they're like at high speeds. I'm yet to test that out. It's been a long time. I was saying earlier, I haven't done this route in about 3 years. So no idea what the brakes were like, to be honest. Have you got any good Rosenham? Have you got Rosenham routes? I do. Salzburg to Rosenham. Yes. I do indeed. While we're just trundling along, let me add that to the request list. It's a route I actually really like. Scenery is questionable at times, at places, but I like it. Nico, did you let me know what Loco what train you want on Rossi Ignored, mate? Yeah. What Nabil said. Even on a 1% downhill gradient with some throttle applied, we're not really going anywhere. Are there like some brakes that I haven't applied, like haven't released? Sorry. Seems a little too much, you know. Anyway, we kicked off at 10:50. I think I've been moving a little bit slowly, so I don't know if we're on the whole thing. I want to be a bit strict with time today. I need to finish at 11, so we'll done this scenario. We'll finish with this run 11:20 in-game time. Any passenger train? All right. So we ran the Dosto last time. So how about we just run the is it the 143 or the 146 that's on the other side? Man, we're almost on a 2% and we're slowing down. Are we going uphill instead? And it's like confused. I don't remember this route being broken like that. Actually, you know what? I'll give you guys. I'll tell you guys my idea for the schedule. For the new schedule that I have in mind. It's not cemented. It's not 100%. It's not going to happen right now. It's just an idea. So, obviously, depending on if time permits, if days permit, what I'm planning to do is have a bi-weekly schedule. So 1 week it will just be trains, so train sim world and sim rail, and then another week it will be sim racing on Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Competizione. It would be Minecraft, it will be Roblox as well. So it will be a mix of these, maybe Fortnite as well, and the Bill's gonna like that one, and Fortnite as well. Basically everything that's not trains. And again, it depends on what my days are gonna be like, what my times, what my allotted time's gonna be like as well. But that's what I have in mind. That's an idea that came to me today. So I've written it down, and yeah, we'll just see how I can implement that or something like that. So you guys can obviously let me know what you think, and yeah. 143. All right, that's the one then. The 143 is such a peculiar train in my opinion. Just in terms of the control method. I love the interior of it. I love everything about it internally. But the way it drives is just very odd to me. And I wish it had a bit more power as well in terms of high end, like top speed. I wish it was just a bit further up. Included indefinitely. As I'm getting more to grips as well with flight sim, we'll introduce that at a later date. Definitely a later date. I'm getting to the point now where I really feel like I need some sort of joystick, because I was doing that solo flight sim, and because I was so locked in, I was so focused, I was doing everything so carefully. And my thumb, because I had to manage the yoke so gently and so accurately to remain at a certain altitude and a certain speed, that my thumb started hurting, man. Like 1 week only one game. No, so 1 week it will be trains, so train sim world and sim rail, like what we do right now. And then the next week, the second week, week 2, would be everything else. So, like I said, Assetto Corsa, Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite, and what days I'll do all of those, I will have to work out when the time comes. Can't get better with the joystick. I don't know, Nabil, man, because let's say, for example, I just have, you know, like just the thick the handle, just the handle. It's much easier to grab like one big thing, no homo, and like carefully like use it to maneuver, whereas literally with a joystick you've got this small, all you've got is this small stick that your thumb has to like very carefully, you know, and it puts a lot of stress on your thumb. ETS2 or ATS, thank you. Yes, those two as well. Sorry, I forgot to mention. Yeah, so we'll do ETS2 and ATS as well. Your thumb will still hurt. Why? Doesn't the joystick act like a yoke? That's what I've always thought it behaves as. I'm pretty certain it does. Or are you talking from experience? Because obviously you've got the peripherals. So even with the peripherals, are you still experiencing that sort of thing? also, I realized, so my reasoning for remaining on 1.49 for ETS2 and ATS was because all the mods for that version have matured and reached the best that they will be for that version. But I'm thinking to myself, by the time I get back on those games, would I still be able to find 1.49 versions for every single thing? Because some mods, some authors will have like, okay, this version for 1.49, 1.48, 1.47, 1.46, and they'll all be there. Others, I feel like, will always just have released the latest version, which if that's the case, I'll sort of be forced to move to 1.50. I really wanted to get into Minecraft on Fortnite, but for MSFS, I got some Airbus controls for about 85 quid from Argos for the Phoenix A320. Now, why am I avoiding Boeing? I feel like even if you were to buy peripherals for and then play like fly a Boeing, your peripherals will just fall apart in your hands. Minecraft, I've never played Minecraft, JA, until like a couple weeks ago, mate. Save Shows purchased it for me very kindly, so I've been playing it, and you know what? It's interesting. Obviously, it's very subjective, but I'm 27 and I find it quite interesting. Like I feel like maybe I can't put in the addictive times that I would have maybe 10 years ago, should I have gotten into it back then. But I feel like it's there's so much to it. There's so much that challenges your mind, and there's always something to do, especially with like the mods that we've got installed now in our server. And it's actually mind-boggling, some of it. It takes actual focus. Like, it's not just ABC 1 2 3 very basic, break a block and stack some on top of each other. It actually takes a lot of brain power sometimes, so I like that aspect of it. I like anything that challenges my mind. And Fortnite, if you like your dopamine receptors being loaded and something constantly going on in front of you, then Fortnite's your game. If you want something more relaxing, but you still want a shooter, maybe Squad. It's more your wave, your vibe, however you want to put it. 85 quid, by the way, is not a bad price. I will bear that in mind. There's a CEX near me, or a SEX near me, that every now and again I'll see flight peripherals. So I'm going to take a bit of a closer look now and just get an idea of what prices things go for. I would rather new peripheral, but I guess anything just to get stuck in with them would do. If you have Steam mods, the dev would have updated and broken your game anyway. It happened to me. Oh, really? So I've been seeing the Steam Workshop updating the game, and just today it happened, and I thought to myself, I hope that the old versions would still work. But if that's the case, then it's already a wrap. It's already a wrap. But if you're really locked in and want to maintain a certain altitude in those missions, you have to apply a lot of pressure. At least it's been my experience. Maybe others have had different experiences. I had to uninstall myself anyway. It takes up too much space that I need right now. Wow. Really, Nabil? Interesting. Interesting. Well, I've only got 180 gig left on my gaming drive, so I think it's time to put my my two SSDs. Although they're like, I think they're like 120 gigabytes each, so I could literally have one of them filled with a game. I hear your views on games do change as we age. Can't wait to get back into Red Dead Redemption for that reason. You said hype for GTA, but the Red Dead Redemption changes at pace. Red Dead Redemption, JA, I'll say it again, obviously everyone's different, but as a 27-year-old, I hadn't felt that sort of like excitement and immersion, like wanting to stay in that game since I was a lot younger. And then after that, Simra was doing the same for me. So maybe it will be the same for you as well, you know. But just what a game! It's a game that you want to just stay in, and you want to take your time doing the story. It's not a game you want to rush through. 300 gig. I hear you, Nabil. I hear you. I hear you. I need to see what prices are like nowadays for NVMe drives for like 3-4 terabytes and above, because they sort of have remained, at least as far as I know, very pricey. Like the 1 terabyte ones, 2 terabyte ones, they're okay. Anything higher. So, and I don't want to go back to a HDD. I could, and for storage it makes sense, but can I really deal with those loading times, man? In this day and age, I don't know. I don't think I can. Red Dead Redemption is a masterpiece. Looking forward to possible RDR3. I mean, how long are we gonna have to wait for that, man? Look how long we're waiting for GTA 6. Yes, they could have 2 teams working on those games separately, but I'm pretty sure they would want to put in as much manpower as they can. I played Redemption 2 non-stop at least 3 weeks straight on my PS4. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all, Nabil. Twitch is looking a little quiet today, isn't it? Very interesting. I take it because of the time, and YouTube is the opposite. It seems like YouTube is the place for evening streams, and Twitch is the place for afternoon streams. I'm still gonna spoil you guys and stream on both platforms regardless of what time I stream at. But that's quite interesting to note. So we've got 2.5 minutes left for this run. I hope we manage to reach the end before too long, but yeah, I will wrap it up after 30 minutes. The game really took me on a journey. Yeah. I would, you know, when like, spoiler alert, so turn away for the next 30 seconds if you don't want to be spoiled regarding Red Dead. When like someone would be returned to the camp that was kidnapped or whatever, or you basically after like a massive win, they would party and drink and whatnot, I would just sit there and join them and actually, as weird as it sounds, actually feel a part of them. Like, not many games are able to do that. They can emulate that sort of experience, but not actually simulate the feeling that you get as a player. Pardon me. And that's what made that game so special. And then there's all the Easter eggs and the side missions and just the world away from the main story. And I even now I actually wish I spent more time doing the side stuff, because I would focus on the story, but say on the way to a story mission I happen to come across a side quest, I would do it, but I wouldn't actually go out of my way to do all the side stuff. It really is an incredible game, man. And apparently there are still unfound Easter eggs. And it's like just, and then on top of all of that, you got the realism, which I guess plays a part in that as well. The realism is, yeah, crazy. Apparently, now, I don't remember the exact numbers, but you know, like random events. So like on GTA 5, when you're just going about your business and someone gets robbed, for example, on Red Dead Redemption, you're going about your business and, I don't know, there's some sort of random event. Apparently, I think the number's like either triple or quadrupled for GTA 6 from Red Dead Redemption 2. And Red Dead Redemption 2, the numbers for that, for those random events, I think were double what we had on GTA 5. So the world is just going to be, constantly active, and you're going to be able to participate in the world, basically the environment, the people, the characters. So we're looking at a game that if it meets expectations, I mean, look at what sort of the reception that Red Dead has. Look how much respect it still has to this day. If GTA 6 is gonna be like 2, 3, 4 times better, I could see a possibility of GTA 6 being the final GTA. However, saying that, 10 years ago, I would have said the same about GTA 5. So we just keep getting blown away by technology and advancements, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm not looking forward to having to wait for PC. So I'm not gonna lie, they forced my hand and I will be buying a console for GTA 6. Not happy about that, but it's okay. It's okay. I would rather do that than wait for the PC port to drop. Wonder how advanced GTA 6 will be after RDR2. Ridiculously. Ridiculously. I hope my audio is okay, by the way. My mic, music, game. Hope everything's all right. There's a slow vibe, bro. Someone's not chilling. Yeah. Chilling so much that we've gone over our I haven't even noticed that we've gone over our 30-minute slot. So, thing is, I can afford to go on after 11 p.m. by a little bit, but I can't leave it uncontrolled because I absolutely have to not be live when it hits like 11:30, 11:40 times, which I'm probably sure a lot of you are probably going to be gone by then anyway. But yeah, I'm going to try and be as strict as I can. Right, so let's mark this as played. Because remember, setting up time, it's going to take me to find the route. Time is going to take me to update the list. That all, do you get it? That's all time. So yeah. Right, let's get the what's the 143? Let's get a 143. I guess what's the latest one of it? Navigate Dresden, isn't it? Only 30 minutes. We've got 26-minute ones already done. I don't want to do something I've done already, you know. This one's 26, but it's gonna be not dark. You know what? We could probably do that. It should be evening. It should be the evening. 6 p.m. It's only 30 minutes as well, so one more day, no Godna, Bill. Enjoy yourself, my man. You deserve it. Normally, if it's a 3-hour stream, it's usually around an hour and a half in. All right, Transport Legend, that's fair. But yeah, I'm aiming for this to be 3 hours or thereabout. So is there like a master key thing? Oh, here. Right, there we go. Okay, hold on a second. Let's set up the train correctly. I feel like I've missed. Something. Maybe that. Okay. Turn those on. So PZB. Okay. And then come back and then leave again. Whereas my important this is his time. I know, right, Nabil? Good question. Regional train. Good point. I didn't realize this was a loco only. I still can't work out why we're not moving, by the way. Brake and reverse only. It's master key. I turned the brake key. That was the first thing. I turned the brake key before I even put the reverser in. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, let me just do its own. RB91. All right, give me a second. I just saw that now. I'm probably sleeping. Well, he hasn't got an excuse because if he's the excuse in the daytime that he's sleeping. So what's the excuse in the evening, you know? Well, RB91, without even seeing your comment, Nico, was the one that I picked. Why can't I click the brake key? No need for it, I guess. Still turn the instrument lights on. That's all the instrument lights. There we go. Hit boxes. I just don't think it's you need to do anything with it on this train. The other one I had, the other version, so should I say, was the more recent one, hence the more functionality. It's true, it's pre-test W2, there ain't no brake key, they can already set. Yeah, makes sense then, that's why. This is a really nice route, man. A really nice route. Probably one of Dovetail's best. Which is quite a brave statement to make. There he is. There he is. I didn't get a single notification and I was up. Yeah, I don't know why those things are small in the bill. I'm not gonna lie. I done everything I did like the same for how I did the first ones, you know. Do I need to turn throttle off and then? No, I noticed they were smaller in the Discord one as well. Brother, I don't know why. I don't know why. I did everything I did the first time. I only know how to do it one way, you know. So I don't know. I'll have, the thing is I've deleted the old one, so I can't even check it for dimensions. But literally, Twitch like tells you what dimensions to use. They're very restrictive. And I've just done what Twitch has suggested, basically. So, yeah. I believe you, Punk. I believe you. Well, this whole week is going to be evening streams, mate. So, you know. Get ready. I believe you, though. I believe you. I'll take your word for it. Yep. The bill ain't gonna be here, so you gotta carry the mantle. No pressure. There's not even any audio for like PZB. Wow. Is this how things were once upon a time? Yes, pressure. I just saw that message on YouTube the moment I headed over there. He beat me to it. Which message? The announcement, the post. Actually, oh, I got you. That's what you gotta be on the lookout for. You won't find too many of them in the afternoon. In the afternoon, it's a lot more chill. But in the evenings, it's a different story. Right, I slowed down very early. If I'm not mistaken, it was him that took the time to create a whole other channel just to do the same thing and then get timed out. How's your Long Island Railroad 2 adventure going? Voice crack spotted. You've missed about 3. I don't even know what you're trying to talk about. I didn't even notice our voice crack. But I did it about 2 or 3 times at the very beginning. Look, it might be good. Why? What makes you say that? I simply love driving Zuzi occasionally. I don't do it often, but sometimes I like driving it for realism. I mean, it's equivalent of like OMSI, isn't it? Really. Like I can play the bus, but if I want a more realistic experience, it's gonna be OMSI. And I think the next time that I feel like I want to play the bus, I think I'm just gonna open up some OMSI. People found the first version of Long Island Railroad 2 thing before MCA told DTG to take some things out of the train. Oh. And the modders, and the excuse for that is let modders do what they want. MTA license to cook. Yikes. Yeah. That's a problem. Keep pressing the wrong flipping key. It's really convenient, and the Desert HC is included in the game, and it's quite common enough. I mean, in terms of pure realism, Nabil, there is no better game than Zenzusi, if we're being honest. This is the Sieg Nord route. It's a classic. It's from way back. It was requested by Nico. And it's we do at some point in the bill, yeah. Maybe I'll give it a try, streaming it, just to see what the response is, what the reaction is like, and then maybe if it sort of does okay, if it does pretty well, then I'll add it into the mix that I said. But then in that case, maybe I'll have to have like a 3-week schedule, which I don't want to do. It's a little bit too much. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Hey, hello, Tick. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. How are you? I will let you think, Punk. No pressure. Okay, if I do that, so I come back. Bro, it's not going to be in the next week. It's not going to be in the you're away for a week, right? It's not going to be soon. Between now and Sunday, we've already got a schedule. After that, before anything else happens, we're going to go back to the normal schedule and then decide on any changes. I'm considering what the poll on Discord, what the results on that were as well, which were very interesting to me. Very interesting. This route looks great. It was one of the best, like, back in the day routes, for sure. For sure. Also, my monitor came in yesterday. It has 180 Hz. Nice! Instead of over 65 Hz. And it's crazily smooth. Is that overclocked then? 108, yeah, that's an overclock, I assume. That's sick, man. I was having a look at monitors yesterday, and I have a very specific, and it's a problem. I have a very specific, like, not need, but want. I know what I want, and it's very, very specific. So I slowed down way too early. Yeah, I got to work with that, basically. Why is the... Oh, I didn't release, did I? Okay, it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, weak. Nice to, I'm good. I'm happy to hear you're doing well, Tick. That's good to hear. I can know, yes, I've noticed that. I mean, Nabil, I noticed when my frames dropped from 60 to 55. So I don't know. You get used to it. Hey, the Paul, what we saying? Yeah, it was interesting, man. I think Simrail took first spot. Then TSW, Roblox was up there. Quite interesting. Different from what the statistics say, but it just shows me that the Discord is the more like engaged members, even though numbers will show different on the streams themselves and videos and stuff like that. It just shows what the more dedicated members want, and obviously gotta take you guys more seriously, you know. Hello, can you help me? I got the cargo DLC and I already have the game installed, but it says DLC will be installed along with the game. Did you ever encounter this? Restart Steam, close Steam and restart it. Usually when you buy something on Steam, you have the option, it will say like install the DLC like now, and you can click it. So I'd say restart Steam. If nothing happens, verify your game files. And if still nothing happens, then I'll say contact Steam support. First of all, ensure that you have actually bought it. You already did? Which one? Have you verified the game files? Maybe I shouldn't have done that, eh? I forgot I didn't have it turned on. And I even acknowledged like a speed restriction earlier on. Now it's gone. Of course, as soon as I ask for help, it randomly fixes. Of course, not surprised at all with every time like this. Well, I'm glad that the situation has sorted itself out, Aaron. Hey, hello, Neil. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Try and keep that around 100% as much as we can. I don't know if I said it out loud, but I came to acknowledge something with PZB and there was just no audio. And I just thought to myself, oh, maybe it's because, you know, it's an old route, it's an old train. Maybe they just didn't have the PZB audio in. Little did I know, I was being a bot. Didn't even realize CIFA was off, which is interesting. Hello, Plukin. Plukin? Bonjour. I don't speak French, just so you're aware. One may argue that I should, but I don't. Can you do any routes? There are a lot of routes with EMUs. Aaron. You're gonna have to help me and narrow it down a little bit, mate. Safety systems has been in since the beginning. Yeah, I know they were in since the beginning, Neil, but I didn't realize that I hadn't turned them on. And in my mind, they were on. So when I hit the acknowledge for PZB and nothing happened, my instant thought was just, oh, that's odd. Maybe the audio isn't like in for whatever reason. Not noticing that I hadn't actually turned it on. Rapid Transit is terrible with PZB. They fixed that though now, haven't they? Rapid Transit had a lot of issues, man, from what I was reading. It was definitely brought in before my time with Train Sim World, but it was notorious for issues. And as far as I know, a lot of them got fixed. I found it interesting that there was a mod on PC that fixed a particular issue that PZB, something to do with the lights showing up on the cluster, and it took Dovetail like years to fix it themselves. When did we kick this this service off? Whoops. 10:54. All right. So we'll call it at 24. You're on BN1 again. I don't know what you mean by BN1, Aaron. It was on the Talent 2 that had issues with PZB mode being in you. Yes, yeah, that was the one. That was the one. And I'm pretty sure there was a mod that fixed it. And then the annoying thing is, I completed the journey mode before that update came. So I spent like half the time just dealing with it on the wrong mode and having to be restricted to a lower speed. And then half of it being somewhat forced to turn PZB off altogether, which really bothered me because I like having all the systems on all the time. All right, I'm gonna fully tune into the stream. I was working on a little project I'm editing. Oh, all right, hope that's going well. Before D2G fixed it, someone made a mod to fix it. Yeah. I just found out about it a little too late, unfortunately. Is 148 kilometers in SimRail good? I mean, what do you mean by good? What's the definition of good in that regard, Aaron? Ponk TV. I like that. I'll show you some screenshots of the project for sure. Oh, so that's official. Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Why is it crazy? I could animate some, so I thought, you know what? Let's do that. I'm in EN1, is that same as you? I'm playing Train Sim World, Aaron. I'm not playing SimRail today. We'll have some SimRail on from Thursday onwards. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I remember coping with the physics in the snow with the Talent 2. The derailing was unforgiving. Really? That was not an experience I had. Fortunately, I think it's fair to say. Damn. You know what? TSW2, as much as Train Sim World, in my opinion, peaked in TSW2, man, it was tough at times. It could be torturous. Because when it worked fine, it was really good. But when it didn't, it was painful. Check Discord DMs so I can progress and the video's gonna be 3 minutes long. Okay, well, if it's 3 minutes long, I'll give it some time after the stream so I can actually dedicate time to it. Not kid friendly. All right, cool. Let me watch it after the stream then, so I can actually give it the time it needs. Editing can be a B, innit? Even for 3 minutes worth of content. Editing, if it's whack, if you put effort into it, it's what? Hold on, I did not get that 3 minutes long video and I got 10 seconds long. Oh, well. This is the open beta, I guess. You got the alpha. The alpha version. I'm gonna get the beta version. No, it's only a screenshot. The final publish is gonna be 3 minutes. Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. Interesting. What could it be? Is it Train Sim World related? Can't give me the early access version. Oh, I'm such a bot. Oh my god, that was a hell of a voice crack. Oh my lord. Wow, let's ignore it. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Jesus Christ. Wow. That's not getting clipped. That is not getting clipped. One more follower and you can change it. Yeah. As soon as we get, as soon as we hit 110, I will actually acknowledge it. That voice track was crazy. Oh man. I don't know what it is. I go live. Speech just goes out the window. Grammar just goes out the window. Any ability to speak with some sort of sign that English is my first language, it goes out the window. Yeah, it's wild, man. Wild. I should uninstall TSW4 now that I have Simro. Agree? Not necessarily. It's completely up to you, mate. It's completely up to you. I can't tell you if you should do that. If you feel like you're never going to play Train Sim World 4 again, and it's taking up, you know, valuable space on your drive, then it would make sense. But if you're still willing to play Train Sim World, then it wouldn't make sense. Everyone is in the Discord saving for his oh boy. It is what it is. It is what it is. The thing is, it's not going to be the last time, is it? Not the first time, won't be the last time. Maybe it's the worst time, but not the first time, not the last time. But definitely a record for the longest for the longest one. Damn. And the thing is, it's not as easy for me to pick up because I've got headphones on, so I can obviously hear myself through like my vibrations and stuff, but these are pretty good at keeping sound out, and I still managed to pick it up. It is what it is. Slow it down to 90 k's. So I think we'll end it at Altena. Otherwise, we'll end up ending it just randomly halfway somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know. We can maybe simulate a handoff this way. Why do you have two different skin colors? That's crazy. Listen, I told you like, actually wait, I didn't even take it with my camera. I can't say. I can't even say. It depends what time of day it is. I blend in with the environment. You know what? Maybe, I don't remember exactly if this was the case, but maybe I took the first batch with my webcam and the second batch with... Actually, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. They're both done with my phone. They were both done with my phone. I have no idea why some are smaller. Maybe when I remove the background, it has something to do with that. Because when I go at image resizer, I can only make them one size. Again, Twitch has very specific rules, so I can only make them one size. But it might be the background thing, and I think I should have the raw version still. So I'll try it again. If we finish at a reasonable time tonight, if not, then I'll tend to it tomorrow. Long Island Railroad 1 Pong? Nah. I will say no. I'll do 2, but ain't no way in hell I'm playing 1. There's literally no point. I'm gonna delete. I'm even gonna delete the pack file for it, so that it won't be possible. That'll be the one DLC I don't have, and I can say, well, sorry, ain't got that one. Help! I tried cargo tutorial and I started going forward. Something happened. It stops, and I was going backwards. Well, I assume it's going backwards because you're on a slope, Aaron, and the brakes went on. So that might be some way to start. He is not happy about Long Island Railroad 1. I am not. Didn't mind it previously, but listen. You're now on 180 hertz. I can't tell you to go back to 60. You know? That's the equivalent. Now you know how beautiful 180 hertz is. 60 is going to look like what 30 would have looked like previously. Because remember, once upon a time, 30 hertz looked smooth. It looked fine. Right now, to you guys, it looks fine. But when you're in a high refresh rate monitor, it doesn't look fine. I'll tell you that much. Well, hold on. I think that's too far on the other end of the spectrum. Punk. Brake pipe is stuck at 0%. Find the brake release button, Aaron, and hold it until the pipe refills, I guess. No, it's the brake release. Yeah, brake release. Hello, Jason. How you doing, mate? Long Island 1 should just be discontinued. I mean, I don't know why it's still on sale. I guess because the M3... But the M3 is no longer attached to it. So there's actually zero reason. Unless maybe you want to drive on Long Island Railroad, the M7... the M7 without restrictions, without safety systems. But that's not a good enough reason, in my opinion. Is it already discontinued? Oh, there you go. It's still purchasable. Oh, right. For the yes, okay, for the layers on New York to Trenton. Surely something's got to be done about that, right? Jesus. So right now, the only reason you would purchase it is for that. I feel like people would be almost bullied into a corner there. Because if you, like, who's not going to want more services, more activity, more life, more AI on any route? And to sort of put it behind that particular paywall, I feel like it's almost like punishing. It's almost like bullying in a way. DTG said they were planning on copying the NYT timetable to replace the old Long Island Railroad trains with the new ones, but no plans to fix that at the moment. No plans to fix that at the moment. Let's wait until TSW 6. Right, so doors are locked. We're going to hand it over to our colleague. Hello, ma'am. So I'm going to leave you to it. Can I get out? Okay. I will exit through here. Oh. Alrighty. That's the end of that shift. Better hold your breath either. Yep. DTG Adam will save us. No thanks. I feel that my... What's the word? not my principles. What's the word? But yeah, I'll call them principles for now. I feel like wouldn't align with Dovetails. So should I ever be there? It wouldn't be a long-lasting relationship. Salzburg, Rosenheim, the Vectron. I'm yet to drive the Vectron on that route. Only the trains that came with it. Okay, let's do this on 28 minutes. The texturing and throttle noises need fixing. What would be your response? A, got it. Oh, we taken care of. B, we'll handle it ASAP. C, the thousands is route. Oh, we sadly lost our crystal ball. Or option D. It's not on the roadmap right now. Long Island Railroad 1 gameplay coming soon. You're joking. I was just on the list. Did I add it? Did you see it? Did you see any addition? Hell no.
RFB. Zugbeeinflussung.
Alrighty. Damn. Got some coal. I love the Vectron Wave train. It's a very good train. It's a very good train. Yes. I pressed random buttons and the train turned off. Well, maybe that wasn't the best idea, Aaron. Check your settings and keybinds for what button will be your brake release. If I'm not mistaken, well, let me not say anything. For me, it's the period, the full stop, the dot on my numpad. For you, it might be something different. But if you've got no air in the brakes, you want to hold that until the brakes fill up, and then you can go about your business again. But remember, you're dealing with very heavy cargo, and so you're not going to accelerate off the jump. So apply some power and wait. Tip number 2, below... When you go up the throttle, I don't remember exactly what number position the circuit is in series, I think, or in parallel, whichever one. But on the HUD, it will go green. Before it goes green the first time, you can't push the train higher than, you can't load the current more than 600 amps. When you go past the first green bar, between the first green one and the second one, you can't load more than 1,000 amps, if I'm not mistaken. And then I'm not too certain how it goes up after that. I already found it before I did random buttons. I did not go past 1.93. Because I don't know exactly what the situation is, Aaron, either wait until Thursday, or when we'll stream it, or look for it online. Look for maybe a video on YouTube. Like I said, for everything similar related, there is so much help and information, advice, guides that you can find. You just gotta look for them. Product noodles. Oh, I could do with some, man. To be fair, I've got spaghetti here, which is sort of similar. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys over there, for whatever reason, call spaghetti noodles anyway, which is a sin beyond belief. But I think, I could do some bowl that. I haven't had them in like probably since January, I think, or like maybe even the end of last year. Should I just take an AI service already moving in multiplayer? I mean, you could, Aaron, but what if you come to a stop again and encounter the same issue, you know? Go for it, you know, give it a go, but it's better that you know so that regardless of whatever you're faced with, you'll know how to like recover from any situation. So it could be worth taking 5-10 minutes just to look online for some help. Where does the CIFA thing show up so I can know? So I can click it before it makes a noise. Oh, okay, I saw it on the very right side. It's very hard to I don't know, it's weird. It's not something that catches your attention. No, we call instant ramen and real ramen noodles. We call spaghetti spaghetti. Nah. Maybe not where you are. Maybe not where you're from, Pong. But I've heard over years, not IRL, but in videos of Americans that call. I've seen it online as well. I've seen it online. That call spaghetti noodles. TSW 4 state or similar state. Oh yeah, I need to go on restream settings and see if there's a way that it can detect restreams, like copy of the message of chat and not include that in the chat box. Should probably put a reminder on my phone for that. I have it somewhat difficult. Would you rather hit me? Would you rather let Dovetail buy Simrel or delay GT6 for another 15 years? See, are we talking something that would affect only me, or would the world be affected and they would know that because of me, GTA 6 would be delayed for another 15 years? Because if the world was to know that I and I alone, for the sake of Dovetail not buying Simrel, delayed GTA 6 for 15 years, I wouldn't make it past 24 hours. My IP address would be leaked, my address would be leaked, my place of work would be leaked, my birthday would be released, the hospital where I was born, that would be leaked. The world gets affected, but they wouldn't know it was you. That's crazy, you know. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it to the human race, man. I couldn't do it to the human race. I couldn't do it to the human race, man. I'd have to let Dovetail. I'd have to let Dovetail buy Simrel. And then maybe because of the uproar that it causes, they hand the license over to someone else, maybe the developers. that started it. I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to hang on to threads here. I don't think Siva comes on at all without the beep. I think when it beeps, that's when it comes on. Is that a direction where German safety systems are going with CFAR? To make it more akin to like the British system? Playing this playing this route with a Vectron is very trippy because I've been sat here for the past like maybe 5 minutes thinking to myself, actually no, I am tweaking. This looks a lot like Samaringbon. This looks a lot like Samaringbon. I know obviously similar environments, but yeah. Specifically the part where I did my VR video. For those who have seen that video, and it's quite a few, if you guys are here and you've watched it, but you want to see more TSW4 VR, oh, the 101. I didn't know that laid on here. Yo, I am struggling with my voice. What is going on? That's much better. Now, Bill, are you still going to be tuned into the streams when you go on holiday, or are you going to be completely gone? I guess so, Transport Legend. Well, actually, you know what? Tell me what route you want to see, and if by the time we get to the end of this, there hasn't been any other requests, then I'll get onto it. Was there a need, Punk? Was there a need, or is it just pettiness? Was there a need? Well, there you go, Transport Legend. He got Punk to blame for that one. He had to, apparently. Tease Valley 101. You know what the crazy thing is as well? I've never played Tees Valley Line. I actually would have really looked forward to that. I've never played that game before, played that route before, and I know that it's got so much positivity in terms of feedback and like reviews. Damn you, Punk. But alas, I must stick to my principle. Transport Legend is in bits right now. He's throwing up. Hey, that's the first time I've seen a car load with different colored cars. Usually it's just like it's just grey. They're all grey and they're all the same. That one actually has some variety in it. You know, like obviously dispatching would be cool in train sim mode. That's like the usual like thought process, I guess, right? But I'm thinking about it. Other than the busy routes, and even on those routes, other than the busy areas, if there was a dispatch mode here, how much would you actually have to do? It would be like one train every so often. And maybe put a train into a siding for another train to overtake, which I think would happen rarely. But it won't be the experience that you get with Simrail in terms of like work that you have to do. I would give it a go for sure. Yeah, London Commuter or Barking, I'd give it a go, yeah. Well, I mean, Barking in-game is dead, so that's an easy one. But London Commuter, like Victoria, I'd give it a go. If I've jumped into Katowice in Simrail, I can do anything. I can do anything. But I would be dying to have a second monitor to see the timetable, because there would be too much going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This train is like equivalent to like a Benz, like an S-Class. You know, like modern, comfortable, quiet. The day that my missus and I got married, not our like big wedding, but like the court stuff, the legal one, I booked us like we were going from a restaurant that we went to by the river, because we were going to take a boat to Barking, and I booked like a Lux Uber, and it was this S-Class here, white interior. There was like in the middle was like place for like a cool thing to put like your drinks in. There was snacks everywhere. There was like chewing gum. The whole thing was like kitted out of like snacks and stuff. Panoramic roof. You know what? You just felt like a king. And like you're driving past and everyone's and all like the public's just like looking inside. You just feel like with a man of the hour, you know. It was short-lived. It was a short journey, but gave me a taste of the good life. I just went to the hood. What? Transport Legend. Is everything good? If I ever get wife to do proposal by train sim world. I mean, if that's her thing, you know, if that's her thing. I don't know how you do it. Maybe go and like free roam and position trains to say, will you marry me? But each to their own. Each to their own. I ain't gonna knock it. Why does no one request a route? Simply because they don't want to. It's not an interest of theirs. On some days, there are a lot of requests, Nico. Other days, not many. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Bad idea, Punk. What's the name of her missus? My missus, Transport Legend. She's been in the chat a few times, you know, but I just don't think you guys like notice as her. Yes, Punk. Yes, Punk. Don't worry. I ain't forgotten. Transport Legend. Let me tell you, the consistent requesters are Transport Legend, Punk, you, Nico, to be honest, because I remember you tend to request quite consistently. This land is still here, the flying land of magical land. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? It's been 2 months or 3. Come on, man. Come on, Dovetail. Transport Legend, geezer. I haven't got a clue, mate. I haven't got a clue. In elementary, I said if I got a wife, I'd give her a ring pop instead of an actual ring. Listen, if you find the one, even though there's no such thing as the one, but she would turn out to be the one. Let's put it that way. Hey, it depends what you guys got going on together. There are women that would be like, no, and there are women that will just crumble. So listen, put your fishing line into the sea and hope that the one that bites is the one. UFO sighting. I wish it was a UFO sighting. I wish. It's just a bug. Just a very obvious bug. Mario World. That's a good one. The aliens have escaped from Area 51. They are here. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, look, it's in view. It's not like it's like I've happened to be looking for something to complain about. It's there. It's there. It's right there. It's been 3 months. It's just there. It's ridiculous, man. I complained about it on day dot, on release day. I complained about it. It's still there, and it wasn't. That wasn't the only one I complained about. So I wonder. I'm assuming the others are also still gonna be there, because that's not the only one. Look at it. Dovetail ain't serious, man. Sorry, Dovetail are not serious. And what is it going to be in the big summer core update that they're finally going to fix it? Joke thing. Blame crunch to ICE1. Nico, after I do Long Island Railroad 2, if nobody else requests anything, I'm going to take Transport Legend first, because he let me know before that he had other requests. And after that, if nobody else still hasn't requested, and if there's still time, then I'll take a request. So keep it there for me. Who doesn't love flying land on magical land? My auntie lives there. Ah, lovely. I know so much Mario theme. It's good to make a light of it, I guess, isn't it? With the alien technology and costume everywhere in stores. Tees Valley. Don't worry, Transport Legend. If nobody else requests anything else, as it stands, it'll be Long Island Railroad 2, Tees Valley 101, and Link Grind Striker with the ICE 1. So we've got a good hour and 15 minutes to go. So, what time did we start this? Um, 15. Okay, so we've got 8 minutes more. Oh, we're slowing down even further, aren't we? Oh boy, we're gonna get emergency braked. Did I not confirm? Did I not confirm it? I'm pretty certain I confirmed it. Why did it ignore my braking inputs? Yes, I know. I know. This is Nabil. This is what I was complaining about. Why is it continuing? I know. The train is slowing down. I've got the hint. Why am I continuing to get screamed at? Unnecessary. Completely unnecessary.
Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung. Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
I might need to release the brakes manually.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Even if I was to do that. We'd have to wait till they clear out the back anyway. I need to stop Eternal multiplayer desperately. For what though, Pong? So you can run for an hour, and that's it. What variety are you gonna have? If Train Sim mod bring in you know, multiplayer, what makes it good in SimRail is not just the fact that it's multiplayer alone, but the fact that you've got 500 square kilometers of track, a range of different services with a range of different trains. The only way it can be so on TSW is on a route per route basis, meaning only so many routes are gonna be fun in multiplayer, plus dispatch, that aspect too. I love how every German train has a different Sifa voice. I wish they just didn't have any voice. That's the thing with most players, they should bring route merge in. Yeah, well we know. With knowing what we know about Dovetail, how long is that gonna take? And then, when that happens, if it ever does, how long is multiplayer gonna take? If and when it ever does, and then, how long is it gonna take for the two to be merged together? For example, Long Island Road 2 and all. Yeah. I mean, it's easy in theory, and it makes sense that it would be easy, but we don't know obviously what goes on behind the scenes. And according to Dovetail, they're unable to do it right now, so you know, I do not have the answers actually. Unfortunately, I think you've been mistaken. I'm a simple man with a simple opinion.
Zugbeeinflussung.
If Ocean Coastline ever releases for the SW multiplayer dispatch, I think it should be a thing. And I would dispatch chat. But then that would be pretty much it though, isn't it? To Transport Legend really. If theoretically speaking, there was dispatching in multiplayer, where else would be fun to dispatch? Theoretically speaking. How often would trains be pulled aside for other trains to go past? And all these type of interactions that we have in SimRail. Right, Transport Legend. But what you've just said, well, other than the New York ones, are just like 1 or 2 places per route. You know? They would be intense for sure. For sure. But then how boring would they get? Because you're going to be dealing, you know, the same issue you have with driving trains where you run a service, you run another service, you run the third service, and you know that for every single one of those runs, should you run those again, you're going to have the exact same results. And I feel like because of the linearity with Train Sim World, even in dispatching, you're going to feel the effect of that. dispatching will become boring because you're going to be doing the exact same thing every single time. There aren't going to be delayed trains. There's not going to be anything out of the ordinary. Don't forget Glasgow Central. With what we have now. With what we have now. I wouldn't add that. I wouldn't put it on the same sort of pedestal as the previous ones that you mentioned. With the modded timetable and 5 circle, perhaps. But with what we have like stock by default, nah. Thinking way too much indeed, Transport Legend. Even simple extensions, forget route merging. I think it would be simpler to have route extensions. Even those apparently can't be done right now. So, no chance. Yeah. Punk. Adios. Adios to that request. I've got no idea what that route's like. Transport Legend. No idea what trains, what length. What train, Punk? You got 10 seconds. And I know the stream's delayed, so it's even less time for you. I'm 9. Yeah, 2 seconds left in my head. 2 seconds. How do I see about reading chat? Because I have chat open on OBS. OBS displays chat. It's a hack, you see. Train 28. Okay, no, never mind. I'm not using NVIDIA Broadcast for my microphone anymore. I didn't like it. I prefer the filters that I've got on OBS. I'm using it for my camera though. I wish, Transport Legend. Oh my God, what was that? Pardon me if that came through. Or pardon me regardless, but sorry if it came through. Oh boy, here we go. It's been a while since I've been on this route. What was what? What was what? I'll ask you the same question. Make sure to close the door on your list as well in the cab. Like that? Thank you. Ah, yes. Everyone's getting off the train. Love to see it. Oh, boy. Not the busiest I've seen New York, Penn. But busy nonetheless. It would have been punk. It would have been. But would it have been playable? No. Let me through. Silly bug. Didn't they say they fixed the clipping issues? Didn't they say they fixed the clipping issues? I remember them saying that they fixed the clipping issues. Is this fixed? Someone in the Discord is working on it though. Oh, what? As in like officially, or is it going to be like a mod type thing? Not Richie well last night laying off a gassy front explosion. Jesus Christ. Nah. I wouldn't do that. Not intentionally anyway. But sometimes it can catch me off guard. I wouldn't mind if it was unplayable, but at least AI would. Yeah. As long as there's life, you know, as long as there's more life. Personally, that's what I wouldn't mind. Because as it is, we've got enough services to enjoy the route many times over, you know. A mod. Yeah, that's fair. Better than nothing, I guess. A shame once again for the console users, but better than nothing. So last time we ran this route, it bugged the hell out and I had to close it because it was lagging the stream. Let's see what happens this time. I'll send the link to the video and you can hear it. No thank you, Transport Legend. I'd rather not. What are our stops? So we're stopping at Forest Hills, Kew Gardens, which is also a place in London, funnily enough, Jamaica, and St. Albans. This is Jamel's route. He's not here today by the looks of things, but this is his route. Doesn't go as far as his station though, fortunately. Praise for it to lag. It's you and I that will suffer, Transport Legend. So go ahead. Go ahead and do just that, but understand that it won't be me suffering alone. It was a weird one though, because if it happened at New York Penn, then you can say, okay, that's arguably the toughest place for hardware on this route. It happened outside. And as you can see now, New York Penn was fine. We're running at 60 here. I rebuke those prayers, Transport Legend. I'm always surprised by how much throttle needs to be applied before you can get moving. Not get actually yes, get moving, but also sometimes to maintain a particular speed. Like a 1.3% gradient isn't crazy. We're in an EMU, and I'm having to have the throttle at 70% just to maintain speed. Hi, I'm driving currently Simroll, and when I timely brake, it just says all brake pipes to 0. Well, your brake application can't be tiny, Aaron. If it's setting all the, if it's emptying the, you know, emptying the pipes completely. Again, might be worth looking online for some help, mate. Or waiting until Thursday, when Simro will be on the schedule. All right, Transport Legend. Take care, my man. I'll see you soon when you come back. It was 8% brake. I'll say it again. Have a look at guides. Have a look at helpful material that will help you. And will assist you to be on your way. Hello, Mr. Novinus. How are you, good sir? I don't need helpful stuff and I was to drive perfectly, just why 8% empties out. Aaron, if you knew how to drive perfectly, you wouldn't be in the situation you're in. Sometimes it's alright to put pride down and accept that maybe, you know, you do need to find some extra help. Not bad after work. Nice one. How was work, man? Hope everything was good. It's going to be a little while before we get to some Simro. But we'll just make it more exciting. The build up. I'm always confused by the signals because they'll be green, but they're yellow, if it makes sense. It's just the orientation of them that determines what they're implying. Simmer was a nightmare in weekend. You know what? I went on it briefly yesterday on EN1, but at like 11, around 11:20, I think 20 past 11, I started my service, and it was quiet, man. I think there were only 17 drivers. Only 17 drivers on. Peaceful, nice, and it was going well until the server restarted. And I saw that as my my cue to exit. Okay, maybe I'll stop too early or go a bit sooner, but like how can I equals 8% brake equals MC whole brake pipe? Well, Aaron, that's what I'm saying, my friend. You can find the answer to that question if you just look online for some help. I actually haven't touched the tutorial, not the tutorials, but the scenarios myself on Simrail, the cargo ones. I don't know when I'm gonna have 4 hours. It will probably have to be a stream. It will have to be a whole stream. I have to dedicate a stream. That's not a bad idea, actually. Maybe one of the Simrail streams this week I'll dedicate to doing the scenario. And I go to Loco stations are close. Well, once you sort of adapt to the braking and the accelerating of the train, you'll be able to sort of know what speed you can get up to and how early you have to brake and how hard you have to brake. Like it's been from the beginning, it's a process that just takes time. Speaking of scenarios, I wish SW had the train introductions inside the route. Like, yeah. What was their reasoning for not doing it like that anymore? I don't remember. But yeah, would make sense. I don't know why sometimes they make the decisions they make. It's confusing. Like they go out of their way to put time into development to make something worse when it was fine, and you could have put that same time into something that was actually in need of fixing. "97% of the time I perfectly stop though, and it's probably because I take my time and go a bit slower than speed limit at 40 kilometers an hour. It takes time to find your feet, to not necessarily find your feet, but to just learn the finer details. I mean, I've got tens of hours now in Simrail, and just the other day I was having a nightmare with the EN76 and getting it to stop at the right place and not overrunning the stations. So, you know, but that was just due to the way I was driving wasn't a way I've driven before, and so I had to adapt. And it was a process that took time. And you can see the fruits of that, of sort of just taking my time with it, in my latest video. But yeah, it's definitely wise to go slower than to go faster in the speed limit. Obviously, it will affect your schedule, but you're more in control of the train that way. Hey, this is a long ass train. Jesus Christ. Oh, this could be a cool shot. Like, yeah, I've still got platforms to go, but this length is not this length. Jesus Christ. Watch the gap. But they're talking about the gap from here to the road. It's quite the gap, innit? Whenever I brake with mouse instead of the keyboard shortcut, the brake pad stays at 5, even at full brake. Why? Whenever I brake with a mouse instead of the keyboard shortcut, I don't know, Aaron. I can't say I know. I haven't had that issue myself. When I use the mouse to work the lever, it usually works fine. Yeah, this timetable is 10 times better compared to the first one. Tell that to yourself, Punk. Because if I had actually listened and ran Long Island Railroad 1, you would have suffered with me. Hey, hello, Chuck. Mr. Chuck. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, Aaron, take care, man. I hope you find the information you look for, should you search for it. And continue enjoying Simro, man. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day, my friend. Nah, because look how short this platform is compared to how long my train is. How does this make sense? Well, I don't understand why a service with this many carriages is doing this stopping pattern. But look at that. It's actually ridiculous. Four to 12, my ass. It's 2:40 a.m. I came home. Jesus Christ. Wow. And I thought my day today doing my my studies was long. So what time do you usually go to sleep, Chart? You really made sure you really made sure that this Monday was going to be a Monday, huh? Damn. I hope work was good though. I hope work was good. 3 to 4 a.m. Understandable. Understandable. You work hard, man. I hope that you see the fruits of your labor, man. It's tough when you know you put in so much relative to what you get back. I want to go to Japan. My wife and I had this exact same conversation today. We were saying that we want to go to Japan. Are you a spy? Is that what you do when you're not moderating or just spying on my conversations? I'm trying my best. And no one can ask for any more than that, Chuck. Like literally, literally, no one can ask for any more than that. I went through a phase for the past like maybe 5 years of just like basically I think I burnt myself out because I just went non-stop doing the absolute most for just doing too much, man. Just doing too much. And then just telling myself like I think I was working harder than I was working smarter. And in my head, I just kept telling myself, like, yeah, I'm a man, so, you know. I just had this quite toxic mentality. And I wish I took it a little bit easier on myself. What do you mean you could be punk? What am I studying? At uni, railway engineering, but I'm done this year. So I'm currently doing like a course just to get a license to be able to work security. So we're just doing that for this week. It's 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and it's not too tough in terms of difficulty. It's just long. It's just long. But yeah, hopefully that will open the doors for, you know, it'll make it hopefully make life a bit easier in terms of getting a job and earning an income. So We'll ride it out. We'll ride out this wave. And yeah, man. Hopefully see something come out of it. Didn't notice you were racing a train. He just pops up like 30 seconds ago. From beneath us. After my PhD, I stopped my studies and jumped on business. What have you got a doctorate in, if you don't mind me asking? Transport Legend is MIA right now. Nico, are you here still? Another voice crack. Lovely. Modern history. And is that like connected to your business or is it a thing where, because I see this so often when I listen to like CEOs speak and stuff like that. Is it completely disconnected from like your business? Or is it actually like in line with it? For voice tracks today so far. It's been more than that. You guys just haven't clocked onto some of them. You're still here, Nico? Okay. Well, if by the time I finish this, Transport Legend isn't back, then we'll do Link around Striker, and that will be our last request. Because we've got 45 minutes, and we've still got some time for this one. So there'll only be time for one more. Ooh. Tired, man. No energy drink today because I had one earlier. And I don't want to do more than one a day, whether it's like coffee, an energy drink, any burst of caffeine. I don't know. Maybe I'll get to a point where, you know, things will be a bit different, and there might be more. It might be easier to do something like that, but I don't know. I want to look after my body at the same time. My dream is to be a college professor or the PhD. I changed my. That's fair. That's fair. Congratulations, by the way. I know it's belated, but nonetheless, it's only right that, you know, I give you that recognition. If it's possible to, like, basically, I don't know what the highest level of education is when it comes to railway engineering, but I do tend to aim for, like, the best and the highest. So if it's possible to get a PhD in engineering, then maybe, well, railway engineering specifically, then hopefully I can achieve that as well. With the ICU one, don't worry, Nico. Does that run by default? Does that run on the routes, or would that have to go to free roam? Yeah, I'm doing well and I'm happy with my work. That's what's important. Preach, brother. Preach. Let everyone hear that. And you've got contentment. There are two. I was watching a podcast not too long ago, a couple months ago, and I don't remember what they specialized in, but they were a professional in something, a specialist in something. Sorry, and they said that the key to happiness is one, doing what makes you. The key to contentment is doing one, what makes you happy, and two, that thing, and this is regarding work, is the thing that you're doing makes you happy, and two, you do for others. Like those two things were the key to happiness and contentment at work. All the best for you. Thank you, man. Thank you. I got 3 more years to go in just to get a bachelor's. I've got 3 more years to go, so yeah. All right, Nico, good. Then yeah, should be pretty simple then. I had a screenshot of Simmer on his server. All right, thank you. Oh, Nilvinus from yesterday. That's gonna be fun. From Polish Simro. Yeah. That's what I was referring to. Were you dispatching during that time? That long train is like glitch or what? No, I don't think so. I don't understand why it's running this service. It doesn't make sense with how short some of these platforms have been. But yeah, obviously TSW is yet to have a mechanic that does SDO, so it's either all doors are open or all doors are closed, meaning that if it's a short platform, then most of the train's doors are going to be open straight onto tracks. That's two services. Okay. Sorry, Jake, I missed your. Did you do a route? It's TSW41. Well, sorry, Nico. What route would you like, Jake? And I guess sorry to Transport Legend as well. This is gonna be the final request. Double signal boxes on the last stage to release. I don't understand, Novinus. Please do the morning service. Sorry, Nico, I'm not going to be doing Link Run Strecker. Jake's just come. It's his first request of the day. So I've got to prioritize it. Jake, please let me know. Okay, we can do that. On Pro Squad, we will be. When the extension comes. From 2 desktops. And is it going to be a 2-man job, or is it still going to be 1 person inside? Because that sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like a nightmare. Proskov isn't super busy though, is it? I know it does have some action at times. One map? What? Nah. Ain't no way, boy. What? Because Katowice wasn't a big enough challenge. Or Zawiercie, or any one of the big ones. That's insane. Why? Why? I wonder how people are gonna handle it. I mean, I like a challenge, but damn. It's most about computer panels. Oh. Okay, it's better than a cube panel, but even then, that is wild. Doesn't it will be there? Well, we thought actual insanity. Actual insanity. How many tracks? How many tracks on each one? Right, so let's take Drake's request. I'm gonna remove this now. Boom, and remove that as well. And this will be our final run. Perfectly on time. Yes, Drake. Yes, sir. If I can get the train going, I always have issues getting the train going. Also, okay. I am hungry, man. I get hungry too much. It doesn't make sense, man. I gotta turn everything on. Where's my main switch? It's always with this train. It's always with this train. Okay. And then it's circuit breaker on, rearm. Yeah. LGV mode, I believe. I hope I'm in the right mode. Okay, where's my headlights and stuff like that? Oh, master switch was right there. Where's... Okay, they're on by default. I tried it and I couldn't turn it on at all and it never moved, so I just quit. Yeah, I've never had a great time with it, Drake. Let's see how it goes this time. I can't do the power handle. The power handle's like locked. Right, why is the power handle locked then? Oh boy. Oh boy. I pressed the emergency button by accident instead of actually turning it. No, why is it locked? Press brake neutral and red button on the right. This one? This one's emergency brake that I pressed by accident. Brake neutral. Okay, this is a new one. I don't think I've dealt with it being locked before. All right, Chuck. Take care, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. I'll soon also spectate trains there with my friends. What, tonight, Novinus? Or when the when extension is out? I can never get along with this train, you know. Set the brake running to release. It is released. It's never been a smooth ride with this train. I don't think they're the reason why the power things are locked. Please do, Punk. Please do. Restart the cab. I'll just restart the whole thing, mate. Should actually start here this time with the master switch. The red button on the left. The emergency brake. You want me to take the emergency brake? This is right. This one, service retention. I've pressed it. There you go. Panel graph is on normal. It's almost time to depart, Punk. It's almost time to depart. Get them fingers. Set them fingers alight. Okay, you got 35 seconds. 45 seconds. Turn off the master switch. Pressed. Turn back on the master switch. Rearm the circuit break after doing that. I should maybe turn it on, right? First. Here's it. Now it's armed. Armed and dangerous. It's time to depart now, Punk. Hello, Zara. I am playing Train Sim World 4. The reverser works. Yeah, the reverser, I had no issue with the reverser. It's the power that wasn't moving. So we have to release the brakes, right? Nope. Look, power handle off. I can't move it. I can't move them. They're just shaking in their spot. Hold on, maybe it's a speed selector. Nope. One of the yellow buttons on the right. Hold the brake thing to release. What brake thing? Because there's 3 buttons regarding the brake. Set the speed selector to normal. I mean, there's no normal. It's just, it's just a speed. Do you know what you're talking about, Punk? The stick. What stick? I've got about 5 in front of me. There's a button next to the right lever. There's acknowledge. There's alert. Is that alert? That hasn't done anything. Oh, is it driving mode? That was the problem. Driving mode. You couldn't just say that, Punk. You couldn't just say that. Hey, there's a driving mode selector on the right side of the panel in front of you. It's that. Set driving mode to manual control. Oh, okay. So now it's come back to you. That's what I used to do in school. Listen, I've been there, done that. I used to in school, yeah. A teacher would ask a question, no one knew the answer. As she's saying it, I would instantly say what she's saying, like on the back of what she's saying, and it would make it seem as if I had just gotten the answer at the very last second, and it works every time. So I don't blame you. Are you delaying repair? Am I delaying repair, Zara? I can't say I know what you're referring to. I see the games you're playing, Punk. I see the games you're playing. The mind games cannot work on me. Not all the time, anyway. For some reason, I thought I had my unit set to kilometers. Yes, to start driving modes. Driving modes on pantograph thing and reset power along the way. Well, I think that's just a matter of setting this to AC, if I'm not mistaken, right? So you lower the pantograph, select this to AC, rearm, closed circuit breaker, rearm, and then you should be good to go. This road texture they've been using, they use this to this day, you know. It's like out of place road texture. I almost had it then. I did everything right except the driving mode in the very beginning. I've never run this route end to end. Hey, there's the boy. What's up, Safe Shows? Welcome to the stream. It's the fastest train in TSW. Does it go faster than the ICE? I think it does, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is the fastest train in TSW. I hope work was good to you today, Safe. Oh boy, I've got to turn safety systems on. But I think everything is beeping at me from the beginning, so God knows. If we need more tomatoes. Okay. Well, more tomatoes can help you put tomatoes on me, Jake, because that thing on the top left, once that number is reached, everyone's going to have free reign to throw whatever the hell they want at me. It's set to a minute, but I think I'll set it to like 2 or 3. let you guys have fun with it. I was in the car. Oh, are you good? Are you good though? I'll check it now. I just saw your comment, Punk. Your dreams came true. Oh man. Oh my god. I just saw the second pit. Well, by the way, with how you're parked and with how the car's parked, I assume it wasn't your fault. Wow. I mean, yeah, I mean, your vehicle looks intact. Completely intact. I'm not gonna lie. So that's the L. That is the L. I'm gonna have a person that's good. That's it. That's the main thing, man. Everything else can be repaired, replaced. Not life though. What is this? It's not my voice. I was on my lane, not changing it. I was gonna say, so was he overtaking you, going past you, and then cut it too short and misjudged it, or was he somehow coming the other way? Because to be fair, I don't even know if where he is in front of you or behind you. Right, Punk. I was gonna. So how did it happen exactly? If you want to obviously share. Okay. I think a lot of drivers fail to recognize vehicles of different sizes take different amounts of time to stop and slow down. That must have been horrifying at the moment, though. Thank God it was just that, though, and nothing more serious. What's going on? Yeah, that's fair. Especially because, hold on, let me double check it. There was water there, right? Yeah. Nah, thank God, man. So obviously, because it was deemed not your fault, then I guess there's no repercussions from the company, is there? Yeah, I can see. Jesus Christ, I can see. And it's also like people like in that situation, man, being in shock isn't good, you know, because you lose sense. Like I don't think there was an attempt to steer away from there. I don't think there was an attempt to brake until the last second, you know. No, you should be good, man. If it was officially deemed legally it wasn't your fault, then, you know. How didn't he see you? How? How? Over like very fast though. It looks like a calm river. It's just a picture, so I wouldn't know. But it looks like a calm one. Not to be judgmental, safe shows. Not to be judgmental, but because of my interest in cars, I've always paid extra attention, like unnecessary attention to them my whole life. So I see the car and I kind of know already what sort of driver we're dealing with. So you saying to me that they couldn't see you, as much as it's shocking, at the same time it's also like, okay, makes sense. Exactly what I expected when he said his age. Exactly. Yes, I see the car and it all makes sense. It all makes sense just by the car alone. Yeah. Those drivers cause a lot of issues, man. A lot of issues. They move in a way that you don't expect them. They seem like half blind at times. Some decisions they make don't really make sense. It's crazy. It's crazy what goes on the road, man. And it's interesting that it's universal because it happens here in the UK as well. And I've seen a lot of videos that where incidents have been caused by elderly drivers. And you'll see their insurance, they pay like $20, £20 insurance for the year. And then in the UK, I was looking for insurance for a scooter. Forget a car. A scooter. 125cc. Just a scooter. 3,000. 3,000. 3,000. For a scooter. 3,000. At my age. Does the thing not have brakes? He was really, really confused after, and it was so hard of hearing. He thought he was going faster than he was actually. And that's why elderly people, there needs to be an age where that when people get to a certain age, they retake their test every maybe 5 years, maybe. Even maybe that's too kind, but you get my point. Because it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. That person is more a danger than anyone else on the road. Forget a young person. A young person may want to have fun and drive fast, yes, but they know what's going on. They can stop. Their reaction times are quick. As an elderly person, come on, man. They start panicking and their foot just goes flat on the accelerator. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. A few years ago, I was walking with my dad, and we crossed the road, and we had just crossed the road. We had just crossed into the other side, and a car that was approaching, instead of pressing the brake, the driver pressed the accelerator, so just zoomed across the crossing. Thank God nobody was crossing at that time. Hit a Jaguar that was coming on the road because it was like an intersection. Hit a Jaguar, went straight into like a post. And it's just like, just panic. They just panic. It's very strange. But I'll sit here and cough up 3 grand for a year to drive a 125cc scooter. There's also an incident when elderly killed a young woman that was waiting for a bus to start. Bro, it happens often. Thankfully, I don't hear often that they were fatal. But these incidents happen often, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. Something needs to be done, and I feel like this thing's been going on for too long and nothing's been done. Because if it was any other demographic, it would have instantly been dealt with. What I mean. The last 7 comments I would say shows, not 8. Good. That's a good spot. I guess, Jake. Thank God that my trolley was empty and he's gonna drive it. Oh, thank God it was empty then. Yeah. I didn't even think about your passengers. Yeah, I didn't think about the passengers. Thank God it was empty. Because that would have been a whole other headache, even if it wasn't your fault. Yeah, true. I guess that's one benefit of having slow reactions is that he just didn't turn the wheel. He just went straight down. But the reality is, if he went into water, he would have been dead. He would have drowned. He would have been able. He would have been able to get himself out of that. That's what I said. This is off. Like it was starting to. Damn. Yeah. That must have been horrifying, man. %, indeed. I mean, even for a regular person, being in the water in a car, panic overtakes you. Man, if Dovetail took their care with doing the scenery for this route, it would have been beautiful, man. Like, this looks like crap, but it could have been done nicely. Yeah, I've never been in an accident. Well, I've been in one, but I hope I don't get involved in anymore. I feel like with, admittedly, with my driving style, I think I've been very blessed to not have been involved in accidents. The one time I was involved in anything was I don't know, to this day I don't know how I didn't see him. But there was a cyclist coming towards me. My friend saw him. He was in the passenger seat. Somehow I didn't. I think because I was looking out for headlights, and I didn't see a light. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna go. And I was also trying to beat the light because it was about to turn red. So it was my fault as well for like speeding a little bit. And then by the time I saw him, I had already crossed over because I was gonna turn right, and he was coming towards me to go straight on. So I was gonna go. I went onto his path. And then I was stuck in two minds. I didn't know whether to floor it and keep going the way I was going or turn away from him. And because of my indecisiveness, I just ended up stopping in front of him, and he couldn't brake. He could have stopped, but I don't know, maybe he was in shock somehow. And he went into the hood, and like, I checked on him, he said he was okay. So we kind of just left it there, but there was like a dent in the hood, but it was in my car anyway, so. Why do you think they made this route free of all the other ones? Well, allegedly because of the partnership with Focus, but I see your conspiracy. Okay, let's say you satellite image of the area. Going through both light poles. So the blue is... Hold on. When you say he went through, he went in between them, or he... like, crashed into them? What's going on with the light, by the way? Oh. Okay. I had it on like that. Oh, DC. Really? Oh, right. Thank you for the posture check. I'll do that in a sec. Okay, so we went in between them. Man. I'm just glad everyone was good, you know? That's the main thing, man. Things can be replaced that were broken. Shock, you know, it will wear away. Even if someone was at fault, you deal with the repercussions, man. But you're alive to deal with those repercussions, you know? And them as well, because even if it wasn't your fault, if he went into that water, even knowing it wasn't your fault, it would have played on your conscience, man. It would have been... I don't want to think about it. I really thank God it didn't get... It wasn't worse. He only got 15... Do you mean 15 or 100 or 150? So that he can go in and cause another accident tomorrow. 15. What? Why even fine him then? Why even fine him? For 15 euros? Just for him to get a car tomorrow, another car tomorrow, or fix this one, and then tomorrow go and cause the same thing. That sucks, man. But it's Monday, innit? Okay. But there's going to be also the fights with the company too. That's fine, but no pun intended. But you expect a harsh one to be, well, it's arguable, but the harsh one would be the police one, you know. If but yeah, he would have paid for damages and stuff, I guess. Well, but wouldn't company insurance take care of that though? Hmm. Dispatches in Marseille has a lot of so much work. Need sleep is going back to work tomorrow. It's all good, safe man. It's all good. Listen, man. As for today, let your body and let your mind rest, man. Because sometimes things can have unintended consequences that we don't even know about, you know. So yeah, the best thing you can do, man, get as much sleep as you can tonight. Tomorrow's a new day, a new start. I'm trying not to think about it too much as well. Silly thing to ask, but yeah. Don't worry, Novin, so English is perfect, man. I always understand you. want to ask for a day off, to be honest. To be fair, you can. You've got you've got reasonable cause. This is my first time arriving in Marseille, seeing Marseille in this game. Perfectly on time. Perfectly on time. On the dot. Goodness, on the second. Man, I wish we could have more time with these trains, more track. All right, safe shows, man. Once again, I'm glad you're well. That's the main thing, man. Get your rest. Appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, we got all evening streams this week, innit? So hopefully see you tomorrow. Peace out, my man. You better still be here, punk. You better still be here. Yeah, have fun. We'll literally end it rounding off now. This is the last last run of the night. So you're not gonna miss much. Even if she's on fire. The thing is, I could continue. But for the sake of discipline, I'll leave it. I could stream and I could stay up until 4 in the morning streaming punk, and you'll be good. I have now completed one service. Hello, Transport Legend. There is no rest of the stream. This is it. This is the end. This is where I say goodnight. Perfect as well, because there were no more requests after Drake anyway. So yeah, I don't like this light. It makes me it's like too bright. What if I put like, I'm gonna what's the word? What do you do in like science? Not test. Not test. What's the word? You do it in science. Anyway, yes. This will be it for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, with some more Train Sim Mod 4. So I shall see you guys. No, not exam. It's like a test, but not test, but like we're not testing for something. We're not testing like a theory out, for example. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with more Train Sim Mod at the same time. !Discord. Make sure you join the Discord, because that's where all announcements go. And also, it's just a space to chill and chat, basically. Not a quiz. No, it will come back to me tomorrow. It will come back to me tomorrow. Thank you once again, Sate, for the follow. And to anyone who subscribed on YouTube, thank you as well. Sometimes I'll finish a stream, check my YouTube, and I'll see that there's some more subscribers. And for some reason, the stream doesn't show you, but I know you're there. I've acknowledged you, and thank you. And I'll come back with it tomorrow, Transport Legend. Don't worry, it will come back to me. But for tonight, I bid you guys a lovely rest of your day. Thank you very much for being here. It's been a pleasure streaming to you as always, and I'll catch you tomorrow. So take care, stay safe, look after each other, and peace out.